Welcome back to our channel. I'm Gabs, half of Slip Slip Sis, and this is video number 2 in my, what I've now decided is my Mushroom Mania series, where I make mushroom patterns for next year's Game of Shrooms in 2026. So I am using Ravelry to make I guess less popular or less made mushroom patterns to help showcase some maybe not as well-known designers, as well as to try something new out that I haven't done instead of just going to the first project. So we are here and I've already made this mushroom and I'm going to make mushroom number 2 today. So I will add in a screen recording. So here we go. We are here on this project on this Ravelry search page. If you want to see how I searched for it and how I came to this conclusion, watch the first video. So I know in the first video I said that I wasn't going to do this mini Super Mario one, but I changed my mind and I am. So, because it's so tiny and I want to use up this yellow amount of fabric. So this is Mini Super Mario Mushroom by Sabrina Silva. It was just published, and it kind of says any gauge for the yarn, but it also gives me a hook size, so who knows. There are currently no projects for this page, so hopefully I'm going to be the first project. And then it says it is quick. It is a no-sew, quick and easy, beginner-friendly crochet pattern. And then it looks like there's also a YouTube tutorial that goes with it. I may just read the pattern if I can, because I find that goes faster for me. But if not, I will follow the YouTube tutorial. And at the end of this, I will give you my 5 mushroom review. It's out of 5 stars, 5-star review, about what I think about this pattern. So the yarn I am planning on using. I'm using this very teeny tiny amount of brown for the stem, this equally tiny amount of yellow for the cap, and then probably this more of brown or orange for the spots. But to be honest, it actually looks like the spots might be felt and I have to glue them on, so we'll see how that goes. This is Stylecraft DK for my Persian tiles blanket. It's a leftover, and this obviously is also a leftover from my, I can't remember what it's called, my design for Blue Sky Fibers. It's a vest. They changed the name of what I had originally called it, so I can't remember, but I'll post a picture right here so you can see it. That's also still available. The pattern is available for purchase if you wish to do that as well. So that's super cool. This pattern is only a YouTube video with aggressive video game music in the background. Okay, it's only a 3-minute and 50-second video, so I'm gonna see if I can make it in 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So you make it, we're gonna time lapse it and see how long it takes me. But maybe I'm old school, maybe I'm just old, but I don't like patterns that are only video tutorials. I don't mind if there's video and written, but dang, I really want written. I don't know, probably just old. I've made the tiniest little mushroom, face for size, and now I have to put felt like dots on it to give the mushroom spots. This YouTube video did not say I needed any of these things, and now I'm needing a bajillion things, including a gigantic glue gun for this tiny little mushroom. This is gonna be like a 1-star pattern. I finished mushroom number 2. It is so tiny. I actually have a ruler. We can reference the size. It is it's probably 1.5 inches, I'd say. So it's super tiny. It may be added to like a mushroom like bundle so the finder gets more than one tiny mushroom, but it didn't use up any yarn at all. So I didn't stash bust. But today's pattern, I think, will be a better stash busting pattern, I hope, because I'm going to do a striped mushroom cap for this one. So let's see, the review of this pattern. Like I said, it's only a video tutorial, so I don't love that. Second, it had pretty aggressive music in the YouTube tutorial. It was the Mario Kart theme, I think, or something similar, some video game style. Also not my favorite. Third, it didn't really have a materials list at the beginning of the video, so it was hard to know what I needed. Luckily, your girl's an avid crafter, so I have a bunch of stuff. Like these little spots are felt, and I just grabbed some extra felt. There were 2 rounds that were super confusing in how they were written, and the video didn't help because she had filmed the video as like a time lapse, so it was too fast to see what she was doing. But it said something like increase 2, comma, single crochet 3 in 1, and then the total amount. So so what I did was I did an increase, and then I did another increase, and then I did 3 in 1. I don't know if that was right. Looks like a mushroom. So that wasn't great. And then the next row was equally confusing in how they wanted us to decrease. And there's only like 6 rows. So I feel like if 2 of your 6 rows are confusing, then that's not going great. And at the end, she's like, oh, for these dots, either do felting or do, and it's like needle felt it together or just hot glue it on. I hot glued it on. And then you also needed embroidery floss for the eyes. I didn't do eyes because I thought the stem was too like dark for eyes. So I'm gonna go with Gabs from the future here. Okay, so I was editing the video and I felt like my review of it was too harsh. So I'm coming back to kind of, I guess, soften it. I still stand by all of the things that I said, that it isn't my favorite pattern and it does have room for improvement, but I felt like I couldn't take stars off or mushrooms off because of the music and because of it was a video tutorial, because those are personal preference things, that doesn't make the pattern not a good pattern. But I do think the errors in the pattern were challenging, and that the inclusion of materials list would be super helpful. So that's why Gabs from the future here is amending it to 2.5 stars. I think that's where I am. I do want to say that I talk about this a little bit later when I talk about the grading system, that 5 stars should be it shouldn't be like credit, no credit, right? That 5 stars shouldn't be the baseline. Most patterns should be somewhere between 3 and 4 stars. Really, like, in general. I wouldn't say all of our patterns are 5-star patterns. There's definitely room for improvement in our patterns as well. So that's what I have to say. I do think I was a little bit harsh, and I do want to recognize that these are free patterns, and I'm choosing to make them, and it is very generous for these designers to put them out there. So I don't want this to discourage you from making any of these designers' patterns. It's just my opinion. It's fine, but I don't know, maybe I'm being super picky on this, but if I'm rating the patterns, 5 stars are top-notch, top-tier patterns. It's kind of like how I do grading in my class, that I tell my students that it's easy to pass my class, because it is. I'm a drama teacher, but my A's or my 5 stars I'm demanding and expecting truly excellent work.